Glory to the Empire, guys. Ben only here, bringing you a live, unedited battle commentary, spectator view of the battlefield. We'll be able to see all the tactics, if any, between the two forces, Bretonnia against the Coalition Barbarians. So here we are on the battlefield, and the battlefield is a swamp, a dark and dingy swamp. It's going to be hard to see what's going on, but I assure you, they are out there ready to fight. This battlefield is, as you can see, very foggy, but has a couple of strategic locations. So let's take a look over here. We have the A flag on top of a hill of some sorts, a small lock surrounded by water. You then have the C flag all the way over here. Again, very hard to see. It's really hard to see the enemy movements in the thick fog. You can really get a nice flank. Here we have this area. And then on the other side of the map, we have the B flag, which is in a small village. Although it may be hard to see the enemy when they are flanking round, it is very hard to move and flank because of all this water that the enemy has to march through, and it will slow them down. There are roads like this one here. We can see a horse running down now. That'll be the fastest way, but obviously it won't conceal your approach. So now here we go, the B flag, which is like a small village. This is going to be a very exciting fight, guys. So here we are on the first round, looking at the coalition side. So I'm trying to work out what teams we got, because this isn't the usual battle that we have on Sundays. This is our Friday event, and in the Friday event we have the smaller clans come and play. So let's take a look, see if I can work out what we have here. So obviously at the start of every game, they form up in these in the unit formations of their units, so I can tell you who's who. So these guys in the green, this is the MAW clan. MAW, I don't know who that is. It'd be interesting to see how they play. And then we've got the KOTF, that is the Kingdom of the Franks. I know them quite well. KSL here, I believe. Have a look at the KSL fighting. This is the Almo, the Almagarvan clan. Over here we have the HRE clan. The Folk clan. Who we got here? We got some chaps in the RDLL. I was fighting some of them earlier. Some of the Rome clan. There was all sorts of players here. And the members of the 13th Tagma are taking up the cavalry saddle. And the VLND, Valandia, if that's what that stands for, I'm not sure. The Norse clan. Who else over here? The HBW clan? Is that the HBW clan? Yep, the HBW clan. And the VRG, maybe? I don't know. There is a lot of randoms on the Friday event compared to the Sunday event, where there's a lot more bigger, solid clans. As you can see, there's many more coalition clans here. So this is their spawn, and the flag is the B flag, which is over in the village. So they are just getting ready here. Who are these people here? Oh, the EXB. I like these guys. Really showing what you can do. You can crouch. Look out! Look out! I mean, imagine if I'm over here as the enemy. You can't even. Well, you can. The splashes. You can see the splashes. But look at that. How big? How many men are over there? There's 200. Is it 200? Yeah, there's 200 soldiers over there, but like they're really quite concealed, especially when you're far away. And they are going to make their way. It's a very foggy map, guys. We're going to try and make do of this chaos, but it's a very foggy map. And they're making their way along this road. And I reckon if we go down here, we will find our team, the mighty Bretonians, moving into town. Yet I can see some guys on that roof already, and the soldiers are already here. Look. Here we have the Gasconians. Everyone here is Bretonian, but these are the different dukedoms. Aquitani, that's my unit, being commanded today by... That's Reynold, he's second. Tyrbold here, he's in charge here. And here is the king. Oh, Hubold is leading today. The king is behind him, look. That's the cavalry of the Bretonian army. Rion, our newest dukedom, the archers slowly behind. And let's take a look. Oh, here's the Order of the Lake. Pilgrim warriors. And here is Musalon. Waiting, and I reckon they're looking the right direction. Where is the enemy? Here's the enemy down here, look. You can just see the flag through the smoke. The fog, should I say. As the whole army are marching down to war. They need to hurry up, though. They may be marching, but we are already there, waiting for them. Again, a lot of these guys are new. They should probably keep up. No time for wasting. Ah, very nice shot. Here they are, look. And the Mussolinians just pushed down here. This is where the Bretonnian army is. And these guys are making their way into town here, the coalition forces. making their way into the village. They don't know the map as well as we do, so we have a bit of an edge on them, but they do have 50 more players. And here we go, we spotted them, they've been spotted, and they're coming into charge. How quick will they go into contact? Whole Bretonnian army is moving to fight them here. Coalition forces are slowly forming up. Army versus army as they engage. Pushing in on hard on this right side, probably trying to overpower this unit here. And this unit, who is this unit? It's the VLND taking the skins of Bretonnia. That's quite annoying, but it's all good. They're fighting hard here on the right. The left side hasn't came in. Oh, the enemy cavalryist came in from the rear. Very nice, doing some damage there, leaving them a bit disorganized as the enemy infantry should really be pushing right now. There's still a fight going on here on the right, and the Greens in the middle are pushing forward against the Bretonnians. The left-hand side. Oh, there's a bit of a flank going on over here by the Mussolinians. Completely caught them off guard. Looks like the KSL are in the rear. And the fight here, and the Bretonnians are pushing up here on the left. There's a hell of a good push here on the left. The right side looks a bit more of a stalemate, as the main fighting is definitely focused here. The numbers for both sides seem to be dropping. It is 130 versus 170. There's the king himself, driving around. Coalition forces are fighting in the buildings, amongst themselves almost. Yellow shields of the Aquitania, my unit, are fighting strong here on Bretonnia's right flank. That's the Lord of Aquitania. He's just fallen down, but he goes straight back into the fight. You can kind of see the battle line here from the right-hand side, all the way over to that white flag on the left. That's kind of where the battle line is at the moment. We'll look down at here. Very nice. They're pushing back. They're pushing back. On the right side, which is very good. Coalition are pushing. They're sensing they have a higher number. They should be able to do this. The flagman here, all on his own. Who's taking the flag today? It's Pharamond. He has to defend that flag with his life. Morale will go down. Coalition seem to have us on the back foot at the moment as they're pushing, but there's still a lot of fights going on throughout the village. What we've got going on over here? Quite a few Bretonnians over here. They need to reform and get back into the fight to help their allies that are getting killed over here. It's very close. It's 50 to 58. Looks like there's a couple of people who shouldn't be on horses that are on horses. It's not the end of the world, but rules are rules. The fighting is better. Here it is now. Look, naughty. Get off the horse. The reason for it is cavalry are cavalry. Infantry need to stay with their infantry unit. 40 versus 45, very, very close. But the Bretonnians have really done well to fight that 50 advantage as they now push into the enemy. 30 versus 30. Very close fight. These white shields over here really need to get stuck in. Very nice, very nice. And looks like the Bretonnians take this one. I just asked one of the coalition to change skin because it's the same. It's so confusing when you got the same armor on both sides. Very good fighting from the Bretonnians. Again, we're not fighting the A teams on the Sunday events. We're fighting the newer clans. So it's nice to have everyone here. What a great first round though. The Bretonnians took the village. The coalition came in. The thing what I'd say the coalition did wrong then is they need to be in one big clump, and then they need to attack as one big clump, and then use that numerical advantage. Because what happened there, the fighting began in phases, and they're not going to win fights like that. All right, moving on to the next round. Here we are for the second round of the Friday event special, looking at the Bretonnian spawn. 151 soldiers ready for battle, forming up in their units. Here is the Order of the Lake, closest to the camera. Pilgrim warriors who use two-handed weapons once they get into combat. Over here we have in yellow here, the yellow with the black snake symbol is Mussolon. They're also accompanied by these guys. This is a new dukedom slowly forming. They haven't got 10 men yet, so they are attached to the Mussolon. We will explore them as time goes on. Small unit here. I think they're a part of this. This is the Gascony, you can tell by the sword. French-speaking unit. And here the lords and squires are of the kingdom. Cubold in the front, the king in the second row. And each lord represents the different dukedoms. So, for example, this is my lord here, Armand of Aquitaine, and his unit. Obviously the archers represent the different units as well, but this is his unit, the one that I normally lead, which has been led by Disnier Sergeant Tierbold today. My second in command. And they're making their way over towards the sea flag, which is very far. Again, they've got a long way to walk. They have to walk along this kind of road here if they want to make good time, because if you go across the water, it's very slow. And this should be closer to the enemy's formation, I believe. I can't see the enemy yet. Can you see the enemy in that shot? I can't see anything. Let's have a look. Oh, no. Here the enemy are. The enemy army. Not a good map for Cav. Looks like the enemy army is splitting. Some are going right, some are going left. The flag is on the left, so these guys are going the correct direction. KSL leading the way. No, they're not. But they're near the front. Almagarven and the MAW clan are making their way to the front. In fact, none of them are actually going directly to the flag. They're making their way through the centre of the battlefield, getting a bit lost in the bog. They need to stick together. Can you see any? I can't see any Bretonnians out here. There you are, in the distance. You see him? Moving away through the swamp. Both teams, no idea where either side are. Archers in the rear. Bretonnian cav holding back, seeing if they can see anything. Bit of a scouting side here on the far left, getting an eyes on the enemy as they move quickly into the sea objective. The enemy, the coalition, spotting the objective, making their way slowly. Again, they don't want to attack in drips and drabs like the last one. They need to attack together. As you can see here, we've got a lot of infantry here. Archers beginning to fire at the flags, the shields. Barely hitting anything, but someone will take the odd arrow, I'm sure. And here we go, guys. What a nice little overview we have here. There does appear to be some infantry over here. They need to be quick. Flanking in this game is very good, but if you slightly get the flanking timing wrong by 15-20 seconds, for 15-20 seconds, you're not in that fight. People are dying. The perfect flank has to happen at the perfect timing, and this game is a very good example of that. I wish I could show you. Maybe we'll see it in today's fight. We'll have to keep watching. So here we are from the Bretonnians' point of view. We'll try and get it from this point of view. This is the right flank. This is the left flank. Moving forward for this fight. You can see some flags in the distance. These guys are moving up on their own. Brave. Where's the rest of the army? Come on, boys. Don't be cowards. And look, Bretonnia, no. Oh, it's a feint. Not that many arrows going, considering there's about 60 archers on this battlefield. And here we go. I reckon they're going to take it. No, it's another feint. Drawing them in, drawing them in. Oh, the Aquitanians are coming round for a right-hand side flank. All of the armies now moving in. Fighting in the water will slow them down, but they've got a nice little right flank here. Look, some of them are moving over into the centre against the black shields. There's still staring contest over here on the left, but the yellows in the centre are fighting tooth and nail. They've pushed up nicely. They've done some nice feints, but Aquitani here on the right hand side seems to be getting overpowered in the water and getting pushed back. Getting pushed back hard. And there's no one really to help them apart from a couple of archers back here, but hardly any to make a difference. It looks like my unit is getting destroyed as they're slowly falling back more and more in the water, getting murdered. The middle fight seems to be going quite well though. As the Brion, this is the whites on here on the left hand side seems to be a bit of an even fight, but the yellows are pushing up in the centre quite nicely. Bretonnia is outnumbered now by about 70 men. They need to get some kills, they need to get some quick, and it looks like the blue shields have finally finished their flank off. Maybe it was the timing they needed. Coming into the centre of the Bretonnian army, where the archers are, and some infantry now here closing in on the archers. Going to make them less effective. And looks like the whole army of Bretonnia is getting pushed back as the overwhelming odds of having more than 50, 60, 70 more against you is really playing in an effect, and it really shows. I mean, normally if it's 20 more, that's enough for a disadvantage, but this is a lot more because of how new these clans are. That will let them have so many more men to give it a bit more of an even fight. You've got to remember, Bretonnia is chiseled. We may have all skill levels from 1 hour play to 1,000 to 2,000 hours played. But We have got captains such as myself who are experienced, who've fought hundreds and hundreds of battles now over the last 2-3 years of this game's lifespan. 50 versus 120. As the fight moves on, it looks like Coalition get the second round. Moving on to the third one. 3, 2, 1, and the third round begins. It appears the flag is going to be the A flag. The windmill, near the windmill in the centre of the map. As both teams at this moment are forming up for the third engagement. It's 150 versus 230. A massive disadvantage, but that doesn't matter. Like I said in the previous round, Bretonnia have a lot more experience compared to these newer clans, but it doesn't mean they're not deadly. It doesn't mean they can't draw blood as easily as we do. So here the A flag is. It's near the windmill. It's on a bit of a mound. Again, completely surrounded by water. There's no easy way to put this. Let's have a look. So the Bretonnians already moving out. Their army of 153 strong. Moving out into the bog. Wanting to get to the objective nice and quick. Seeing as we have to take every advantage as we can. If you call it getting an advantage, getting there first. When are they going to move in? Are they going to move down here? Yeah, there's no real road or path that discerns how to get to the A objective, but they will be there soon. It's a hell of a walk though. Look at that, they've got a long way to go. So now let's move across A towards... Oh, no. I want to get to the... here we go. The Coalition forces. And these guys must be taking a team photo by the looks of things. Very cool. Very cool. And here they go, they move up. Who is this? It's the Norse clan. Very nice, very nice. I'm glad they could be here today's Friday event. As we move into the fog, into third round. I think these guys are a bit closer to the objective. Not too sure. A lot of the forces moving in. What are these chaps doing here? They're going to do much out there alone. Such a small number anyway. They should really be fighting or attaching themselves to another line for maximal damage. And these guys have decided to turn left here. No particular reason, I guess. As Bretonnia direct with their approach, go directly to the A flag. And this is Caron. You can tell by the lion symbol. Caron is the King's Duchy. The #1 duchy of the Bretonnian clan. French speaking. Of course, attached to them, you can see these chaps. Little arrows are flying. As the Coalition forces are beginning to form up and maybe wait for the rest of their team. Look at these two-handed wielders here at the back. The MAW clan. They look like solid knights, but their shields soon get up. As a couple of volleys. Look at them volleys. 3, 2. Oh, lovely. Let's get one more coming in. No, they're not taking another one. Just that's enough. We saw those bowmen. The bowmen have piped down behind here because there seems to be enemy archers coming from the far right-hand side. It's not actually that many. Oh, no, there is. There's a nice handful of Coalition archers here. Shame they have that skin. It'd be nice if they had a better Coalition skin, but it doesn't matter. They're not to know. And they're moving back to the main army. And looks like the Coalition are pushing up. And the fight is about to begin for the A objective. What's going on over here? There seems to be a small flank. There's 2 small units that came back here. They're not going to do a lot. The Order of the Lake, the 200 wielders are dealing with them. As the main Bretonnian army is forming up. Waiting for the main Coalition army. Seem to be trying to do some sort of flank over here. Arrows are still being exchanged from either side as the skirmish phase is still ongoing. And it appears that the Bretonnian army, the entire Bretonnian army is repositioning. It looks like they're all pushing over to the left-hand side. They probably want to win this fight on the left-hand side before then going and destroying them. Divide and conquer. It looks like the Coalition cavalry are trying to get some sort of momentum here, but the water is terrible, and it looks like the Bretonnian cavalry is completely dismounted. I don't know where they are. Here they are here. Mixed in between the infantry. The Coalition forces are making their way closer, encroaching on the Bretonnians. The Bretonnians need to get formation quickly before they get charged, but it looks like there's a big flank going on over here. They're going to roll them up. Roll, roll, roll. That's how we go. And it appears there to be a fight over here on the right-hand side, but they're not going to be quick enough. It looks like we're already attacking them. Enemy Coalition cavalry are circling round. Not doing much here, but the main fight is here, pushing into this left flank. There's a bit of a fight going on here. The yellows are pushed into the centre. The white shields are here. The Order of the Lake are fighting here. There's a lot of Coalition pushing on this right-hand side. These guys aren't really doing anything over here. They need to get involved quickly. A lot of traps here. Looks like they're chasing archers, hunting and killing archers with the earlier volleys that hit their shields. Bretonians need to push this left flank hard if they want to take advantage of the flank with lower numbers. Fight is absolutely perilous in this fog, in this bog, in the swamps. Beautiful fight, a beautiful fight. I can't really tell you what's going on now, guys, other than at this point, look at the flags. So we have 3 flags up here, 4 flags. These are 4 Bretonian flags still up and going. There's a lot of Bretonians here. Coalition forces are pushing from this direction onwards, going over here. Looks like in the bottom left corner they're asking Elmo to go to the BRE side. The 70 disadvantage is just too much for us as Bretonians to cape. 40 against 130. The coalition tastes the blood and they find it in every soldier. Who will be the last to live? Alexandra goes down. It's a coalition have found their victory for the second round in a row. Palmerin, a very good fighter. Taken down by 1,000 cuts. Good fighting. Moving on to the 4th round. Here we are on the 4th round. So the difference is now 176 versus 209. Still outnumbered, but not nearly as in the previous 3 rounds. Not to worry. This looks like an even fight. It is an honest opinion because I've done so many of these battles. I think with the teams we're against and the cohesion that the BRE have, this is a very good matchup. We may be outnumbered, but I think the strength does make up for it. So 176 versus 208, and we move out towards the B objective, which is the village. Now the team which has swapped sides, and I will show you now, is... Ah, here they are. They've not taken their usual skin. Very good of them to take the Bretonnian skins, but they could have used their own, I guess. But this is the ALMO, the Almogarven. That's the name of the clan, and they're moving out now on the back of the Bretonnian army. A couple of stragglers here. Let's take some names. Roderick, hurry up. Arthur. Durant, he should know better. Look at these slackers at the back of the army as the army moves on up to the B objective. And at the B objective we will find out who will be victorious. It is 2-1 to the coalition forces, and it appears Breon is leading the way. Breon being the white shield and black axe. Harlian may be leading, I guess, as he's at the front of the formation, making the way to the flag. Now where is the coalition forces? Can we see any movement? I can't see anything. Can we see any movement? Oh, it's so foggy and so hard. And you know what? I need to clear my screen. In the fog, we search for them. And if I click now, it should teleport to... Oh no, here we go. Here they come. The coalition army. See, they've got the same skins as Breon, not to worry, as they move on. MAW this time. It doesn't appear they have 200 weapons this time. Mighty army moves on up. Archers, very big archer detachment, very nice. Someone's firing already, but I'm sure it's premature. Alright, so here we go. They're moving towards the B objective.
I apologize.
B objective has been taken. It appears Bretonnia. I don't know what the archers are doing at the moment. Mussolin is still here. Almogarven are dubiously up front. They should probably pull back a little bit. I don't know what the plan is. Some of the coalition may be running down here to go down one of these side alleyways. Who's this chap? HRE, you're out of formation, mate. He must have... I think he's disconnected, bless him. There's a bit of a trap here by the looks of things. The army is facing this way, but do they not realise that there is... Oh god, it's going to be a nice... Oh no, there seems to be some Bretonians here fighting. They're going to get destroyed by all of them. There's triple the number there, but we've got to go over to the other fight to make sure that's not started yet. And the main lines are here, and with the Bretonnia is pushing forward. Pushing forward. Here we go, Almogarven on the left-hand flank. Looks like they might get attacked here, but they need to keep this attack here. And the armies push, and the Bretonnian cavalry come in, jumping overhead to get into the middle of the fight. Bretonnia pushing from left to right. getting the kills they need. Coalition cavalry, the 13th Tagma coming in, smashing into the rear line of the Bretonnians. It looks like the Bretonnian cavalry is still in the fight, staying in the fight, rather than regrouping and charging again. It's a bit of a mix, but a mess. It still seems that the BREs on the left, the coalition's on the right, and they're pushing into the coalition. The coalition are pretty much falling backwards here, and the numbers are even. It's 130 versus 130. I know there's a lot more coalition somewhere, and here they are at the back, getting caught out in mini fights, making their way. They need to get into the big melee. They want to catch up. I can't even tell you what's really going on here. There's a couple of Bretonnian survivors fighting tooth and nail on their own. There's that Brioni flag. Is it? Yep, that's the Bretonnian one. Fighting, but looks like the Bretonnians of that main fight have won. They've regrouped and they're pushing on over. Keep that momentum up and they'll be able to smash into the lines of the enemy. They moved up. Looks like there's a big 2 units here, blobbing up, one big blob, and here they are, they're moving. No one's going to take them out. Nicely done here by this cavalryman. As in there. 80 versus 60. Looks like the Bretonnians is beginning to snowball against the other team. There's a lot of archers out here on the side, but the infantry have caught them up. Archers are very, very, very powerful, but there's nothing worse than being melee close to the infantry. 69 versus 50. It's not over yet. As the archers are doing very well against the infantry. Very well. 65 versus 45. Coalition seems to be doing very well. Very well. Musselon seems to be doing good. The yellow, the black snake. That's Musselon. As they're moving through the swamp, killing anyone as there still is. It's quite a big gang there still, and they're about to move into this. This is the fight we want to see. Moving up into the archers. They don't want to lose many men here. And they're slaying the archers now. And it appears Bretonnia can take this fight. So it's 40-13. They're looking at the scoreboard. So what it actually means is, because it's a bug, and there's been a bug on it for 3 years, but when you're in spectator mode, the number of units is the other way round. So in fact, there is actually 6 coalition and 38 Bretonnians alive. I've tweeted them, I've sent a few messages, and they haven't done anything about it. But yeah, you'd think that had been fixed after 2.5, 3 years. No worries, guys. Round 4 goes to the Bretonnians. Moving on to round 5. Round 5. 175 versus 203. 175 Bretonnians versus 203 coalition. Here in the bog, here in the swamp. Both teams begin to form out, move out. It looks like Walter is leading Mussola, the yellow infantry with the black snake. A humble fighter, but he's very experienced. He's been in his fair share of combat. Who's leading here? Carleon seems to be still leading the Brion, leading the way. And over here we have Adair. Scottish Adair, but he leads the French speakers as he's fluent in French. And let's have a look over here at our coalition adversaries. There's a small little unit of archers making their way through the swamps. And this other small unit, the RDLL, using the Blood Diamond skin. That's absolutely fine. We haven't got skins for these smaller clans yet. Making their way again to the village. And it looks like they're moving a lot quicker this time, the coalition. Last time they're a bit slow moving out of the team. So this is the HBW. I wonder if there's any other clans here, because they've got a nice... It might just be HBW actually. That's absolutely fine. I'm just having a look. I thought there'd be more because there's so many archers there, but that's nice. Dedicating themselves to archers. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? They're definitely thinking something. They're stopped. As the 13th Tagma cavalry move by. Staying close to the infantry, so if any cavalry come close, they can counter charge, I guess. MAW. Kingdom of the Franks. There's not many of the Kingdom of the Franks, but they do come on Sunday and they have a much larger presence normally. Who's leading their line? King Gage? Gage? Oh, I'm sorry. Of Francia. Very good. Alright, so arrows are being shot as the enemy flag can't. Yeah, that's a very long way. There's some hopeful shooting, that is. Very hopeful. Don't do that much damage from that far away as well, weirdly enough. And once again, Bretonnia is formed up on the outskirts of the village. The only real way, if we look here at the terrain, so we've got the road in the centre, but either side it's water. So yeah, if you come charging down the road, that's good. Well, looks like the Bretonnian cavalry may have done a small little drive-by. But if they come down the road, that's fine. But if you try and flank, it's just so slow coming down here. And moving forward. They're eager to push. I don't know what the tactics are. I don't know what they're doing at all. Looks like the Bretonnian archers behind this house. The cavalry in support. Two-handed pilgrim warriors, the Order of the Lake, are also in support. The back rows, Almagarven, the allies are on here on the left. Oh, that's not Almagarven, they're somewhere else. Oh, on this right flank. Arrows beginning to hit the shields as they fight. Enemy cavalry looking for some sort of weak spot, maybe. Archers spreading out throughout the forest. I mean the fog, the bog. Bretonnians are pushing up. The Bretonnians are pushing up. They're not waiting for a fight. They're taking the fight to the enemy as arrows begin to fire across the battlefield. The fight's beginning. Brion in first, Aquitani second as they push into the shield walls of the coalition forces. They seem to be outnumbered at the moment, but they've got quite a lot of infantry in reserve. The old enemy cavalry comes bashing through the back lines, but there's a lot of infantry not engaged, so they are ready for them, able to take out quite a few of the cavalry there. But the front line of Bretonnia is getting pushed back. Looks like Almagarven and the Musulon need to join them now. Pulling back, Bretonnia's pulling back. And the coalition are pushing with them. Some of them are trying to flank here. There's a lot of arrows coming from these guys over here, doing a very good job. Let's move back into this fight quickly. We don't want to miss this here. Bretonnia's line has held and they're beginning to push them back, but the left flank of the coalition seems to be pushing nicely along here. But there's a lot of Bretonnian infantry not doing anything. These guys here need to get involved right now to hold that right flank. But yeah, Bretonnia push through here on the left-hand side of the battle, and the battle now is completely gone a 90 degree. As the coalition seem to be on Bretonnia's right and Bretonnia is on their left. You can see the battle line from the top left to the bottom right here. Look at that yellow flag in the centre, then the white flag, then the red and blue, and then the KSL flag. That's the battle line right there. Completely twisted. There's a lot of the coalition is fighting the water, so they are slower. At the moment, the numbers are completely even. A lot of coalition are pushing here on the left-hand side, but that then will expose them to... I believe there's archers back here somewhere. I can't see them. The fighting continues. Coalition have got on the back foot a little bit at the moment. There seems to be a lot of Bretonnians on the hard ground as the coalition are being pushed into the water, slowing down their movement, not making them as effective. I wish I could tell you where the Bretonnian archers are, but I just want to watch this fight in case anything changes. We've gone from the 400 players down to the last 200 players on the battlefield, and you can really tell there's no longer two thick shield walls. There is a lot of sparse as men are charging forward with a spear or sword thrust and then pulling back into their ranks, not wanting to get killed. But as you can see just there, every time you lean forward, oh, Bretonnia's pushing again. The yellow flag of Musulon, becoming the stars of the show Musulon are here, are pushing in, trying to get that final nail in the coffin. But if they go too aggressive, yep, the rest of Bretonnia's pushing. If they get too aggressive though and they go on their own, they'll get killed. But no, all Bretonnia is pushing with them. As the coalition are fighting very well, I must add. The coalition are fighting very well. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic fight to watch. It does appear the coalition are outnumbered by 20 now. I bet their archers are alone. Have a look. What's this guy doing? I think he's chasing after a horse. And so they're reforming, hunting. Final men. And these guys must have done some sort of flank. But again, and I said it earlier in the fight, flanking this game is brilliant. It is in all war games, but you have to time it perfectly. Now, I don't know when these guys came. Maybe they came, I didn't see them, they sneak round, but if you're going to flank, it's got to be a good flank. And you've got to really dedicate yourself. And the timing is everything. 16 warriors, what are they going to do? 16 warriors outnumbered 3-1. And only glory can be found. And here they go, they fight tooth and nail, absolutely surrounded like water over rock. But Bretonnia, they're taking some Bretonnians with them. At least 5 Bretonnians have been killed. 6, 7, 8. 8. Sad, they went out fighting, and that's all you can ask for. Nice one, guys, nice one. 5th round goes to Bretonnia. Moving on to the 6th round. Here we are in the 6th round. I believe there's 15 more minutes, so maybe this round, maybe one more, two more, we'll see. But the Coalition need to pull something out of the hat. They need to do some sort of tactical miracle that's going to break this absolute iron fist, which is Bretonnia. Move on over. So the flag is the C flag. Very far away they need to go all the way down here towards the C flag. I do like the C flag. You got all these little jetties, if you like. There's a lot of water around the edges. See all this water around this edge, all of it underneath. Water means you move slow. So the best way again is to go through this central part with just the puddles in. Let's see where the Coalition forces are. Moving down through the swamp. Can we see the flag? And here's something. Here they are. See, look, where they're going. They're going directly across the swamp. Now, that's okay. But I believe if you stick to the path, it is slightly quicker because you don't get the speed decreasing when you go through large ponds like this. Look how slow he's going. Moving on over. Alright, let's see who's leading the MAW. Oh no, this is Valandia. Durfer. Durfer, of course, Durfer is leading Valandia. I don't know if that's her name. Hibu leading the RDL. I'm assuming this is the people leading them as they are at the front.
Praise you.
What we got going on here? Okoi of MAW seems to be at the front here leading their line. Not sure who's leading this line. JP maybe? Or was it Bond? HRA have been in a few events now. It's good to see them back. Alright, here we go to the Coalition. Again, look at them. They're nice and together now. There's a couple of guys straggling at the back. The archers need to hurry up. These infantry definitely need to hurry up. This guy needs to hurry up. He knows. The fight will be over trying to get us there. And now look, these guys need to wait. You need to wait. So important to fight at the same time. They need to win this. I'm actually rooting for the Coalition. Because the BRE really are the ones to beat. I know, because I am one. And here they are. So, the Bretonians are in the point. The Coalition are making their way into the point. There's a lot of people at the point now. Get a bit of an overview. So, the shield wall versus shield wall here. Over here, there seems to be some Coalition. Where's the Bretonian archers? Around here, around the back. Oh, yeah, they might be getting some nice flank over here. Hopefully, the Coalition cavalry don't see them. If they can get around here and get some shots off in the rear, that'd be very, very, very good. Okay, so the fight has begun over here. Looks like the Bretonnia has taken the chance to attack the left-hand side of the Coalition army. But it means the right-hand side is completely getting outmaneuvered here. Here comes the archers. The archers are beginning to fire very, very nicely into all of these exposed backs. They'll be getting a lot of kills. Look, you can see them flinching as the arrows come into the rear. You can see them now turning around. They've noticed. Good position from the archers. Okay, it appears there seems to be the 200 fighters here and the Gascony fighting against the Coalition here in the centre of the fight, but the Coalition has captured the flag. It doesn't mean too much when there's so many men nearby. Bretonnia has turned around over here and they're fighting back towards the centre of the C objective, trying to retake the ground that they lost. The numbers is pretty even at the moment. Coalition has got the high ground just. Musselon has reformed again. And look at that, that's hard. When you see that in a fight, you don't even want to go against it, because when you do, you just get taken down. But Bretonnia is pulling back here, and the Coalition is pushing on. It appears this fight here on the left-hand side may be losing. What's this? Almagarvin are fighting tooth and nail on the side flanks, but the real fight's here. As the Coalition are pushing up onto this small bank, but they're not quite getting a footing. My unit here, the Aquitani flag, seems to be together as they're fighting, plugging in holes. And the Bretonnian archers, where are they? Where are the Bretonnian archers? Oh. Well, we know where the Coalition cavalry are. They're still at play, at large, going through the back lines of the Bretonnia. It appears there's a lot of fighting going around on the far outskirts of the battle. The main battle here seems to be alright for this mini hill. And these guys here are doing very well. Who's this? This is the Kaze. Never heard of them. The Norse clan. The Norse clan are kind of holding here. There's a lot of arrows coming from the mist. Firing. Let's see what they're firing at. You can hardly even see, but they're fighting for the top of this hill. The Bretonnia have done well to pull back, but when the coalition push up over the hill, they might get shot in the back, but they look like they're not doing that. They're pushing on the right hand side, allowing the arrows to flow freely over here at the Bretonnian front line. At the moment though, it appears that they're being outnumbered by about 30 men. Being cautious, they should have been cautious like this from the beginning. And Bretonnia is sensing the defeat of the coalition forces and being slowly edging forward. And it appears the archers have moved up, but a bit too little too late. Now what happened to the Bretonnian archers that were here? Remember, can't see as bodies. At the moment there's a bit of a bug with bodies. Bodies aren't really sticking on the ground for very long. They disappear very quickly. I can't exactly see where people have died. Oh, here's the Bretonnian archers. They've been told to reform. Some of them must be a bit loose. If you're in an archer formation, you have to stay somewhat close. See if I can see it, but I can't really see anyone not doing it. But they have to move together. Part of the rules. Anyway, because the 6th round has gone to Bretonnia. Moving on to the 7th round. So here we are once again. It is the village, the B flag, my favourite flag. Mainly because it has the most stable ground out of the entire map. Nice to have the Almagavans with us once again. Who's leading? This is Marcus. Marcus, one of my trusted friends of the clan. I've known him a very long time now, a couple of years, and he is the leader of the Musselon line. He's captain. He's not the leader of Musselon. That is the Lady Baroness Mallory, but he is the leader of the infantry as he marches them to battle alongside the other brothers. So we've got so many members, so many clans, so many duchies, dukedoms that make up the kingdom of Bretonnia. Fearbold, my second, battle hardened, very experienced, leading my line. We're going to try and focus on my line for this battle because I'm normally with them. So let's see how they do, but from a bird's eye point of view. And here we are moving over towards the B flag. Let's see where the B flag's back here. Let's have a look. So here comes the Bretonnians moving into town. Where have they gone? Surely they're just coming down this road, and here they are. Yep. Coming down this road. Stick together, guys. Stick together. They'll learn. They'll learn over time. What's going on here? Oh. It appears the cavalry of Bretonnia is harassing. Early harassing. Very sneaky. It can do so much. Like, you may not even kill anyone and you may lose a couple of cavalry guys, but look what it's done. Suddenly, when the cavalry harass early in the game, look at all these guys. Back here. Yep, you can see them. They all stop, they all turn, they all try to kill the back. Look at that gap between them. They're now all the way over here. If Bretonnia charge now, they don't know because they can't really see, but if Bretonnia charge right now, they'd be fighting these guys for about 20-30 seconds before any of the other rest of the coalition army would even know. And that's why sometimes early harassing, especially on these foggy maps, and here they come again for another harass. Very nice. Cavalry just absolutely deadly. Just harassing their entire army, the Bretonnian cavalry are. They're still going, they're still going. Nice, the king goes down! That's the king, that's not the king, it's Hewbold. There's the king. Oh, but too late. Looks like Bretonnia has came and caught up, just as I said. And they're smashing in hard, taking advantage of the fact that only half their army appears to be there, and the coalition numbers are going to be dropping very quickly on this point. They are outnumbering them 180 versus 165 for Bretonnia. And the line seems to be twisting again, unlike the last time. It looks like there's a lot of coalition over here. Some archers over here firing into the sides of Bretonnia. There's a lot of concentration here for the Bretonnian forces pushing through this middle. Soon that's going to pop. And a lot of these coalitions are being pushed back into the water. And here comes the main archer line for coalition are fighting. Firing, sorry. What they're firing at? Not a lot, to be completely honest. If they went the left side, they might have had a bit more chance from those other archers. Seems this to be a nice fight over here. Seems a bit even at the moment. Not that important compared to this main fight that seems to be happening. But again, there's a lot of Bretonnia here in the centre, and they seem to be pulling back. They seem to be pulling back. You can see them all pulling back now. The order must have been given. Shields are up, and they're falling back. And Coalition is doing a very good job at monopolising on this moment. It does appear that the Coalition are now outnumbering 130 to 100. This may be Coalition's time to shine. As my unit here are being destroyed, I didn't pay attention to them very well. Didn't pull back fast enough. And the Coalition have got Bretonnia on the run. What happened there? It gave it all away. It gave it all away, Bretonnia. You had it in the palm of your hands. Maybe they're just being nice. Giving the Coalition one. But this goes to the Coalition team. That absolutely, I don't know what happened there. I think Bretonnia decided to pull back, but the Coalition just jumped on them, sniffed the blood in the air, in the water, tasted it, and they took full advantage. Good job. Good job, Coalition, for monopolising on that and taking the win. Good job. Here we are on the final round, the 8th round of the Friday special event. The cavalry is already moving out, maybe to harass the Coalition forces. Bretonnia threw away the last round. Here we go, the infantry is moving out, the archers are moving out, the holy pilgrim warriors are moving out, the allies are moving out soon. Musalon is moving out now. They're going to want revenge. The flag is the A flag. Some of them taking different routes by the looks of things, but they will all get to the A flag eventually. Is that the king? No, it's Hubold again. Lord Hubold of Gascony, looking over the land. So here they are heading towards the A objective. If you remember the A objective, it's near the mill. It's a small hill in the middle of the swamp. Let's see if we can find the... No, oh, where are these guys? Let's clicked, and that's it. Showed them to the here. Look. Ah, they're hiding over here, and when the time is right, they will charge towards the objective, I'm sure. Let's have a look. Ah, I see them. Here comes the Coalition forces. So, here they are, the large mass of the main infantry and the people trailing behind. It feels like that's not all of them. Ah, it appears one clan may have left because they had to go, because now the numbers, it's 774 versus 177. It appears... who left? Someone left. Oh well, it's an even last round, that's for sure. They need to fight together. Was it the cavalry? I think it was the cavalry, and I believe it's a Russian/Ukrainian. Yeah, the 13th Tagma are mainly like Russian, Moldovan, or whatever. So for them, it's 2-3 hours ahead. So right now, it's 8:30 for me. It's 10:30, 11 for them. So fair enough if they had to go. But the fight's going to be a last even round anyway. So they're all making their way over towards the A flag. Archers are already firing very nice. Oh, but it appears Almagarvan are already closing the gap. Oh, but they need to be careful. So what's going to happen here? Oh, no. There's the 13th Tagma. I'm mistaken. They're still in the game. They're fighting through. Must be another clan who came, and they're swarming through the swamps, taking out the Almagarvan, who thought they'd be clever and close the gap here on the archers. And now look, the enemy infantry of the Coalition is going to surround these guys and absolutely swallow them up for dinner. Big tactical mistake there by the Almagarvans. You should stick with your team always. And look, the cavalry are finishing off anyone who's running alive. Absolute terrorism going on here. They got quite a few kills by the looks of things. I don't know where the rest of the kills are coming from. And there they are. They're sensing the blood now in the water. Here's the main Bretonnian army. Here's the Bretonnian cavalry. Where are they going? Here's just the screen along the sides. It appears some of the survivors have tried to help the guys who got killed. The Almagarvans are pulling back as the Kurdish army is surging forward like barbarians. No formations here. That formation, that charge won't hold out long. He'll do well at chasing down the enemy, but when it hits the shield wall, they'll get destroyed. So what's going on here? So it appears the Bretonnian archers are firing, having some sort of game over here. But the main Bretonnian army is here, facing the Coalition army here at the windmill, and they've decided they're all moving now. They're all moving across the water towards the enemy, and there's a lot of archers here in a good position, firing nicely at the side of Bretonnia. This one could go to the Coalition. The Bretonnians seem to be getting a bit surrounded. Okay, so here's the battle beginning. You have the Bretonnians here, my unit here, the Aquitanians are fighting in the main centre. They need to pull back a little tiny bit. Crikey man, there's a fight that's about to begin down here. Have a look, big overview. So let's have a look. So it looks like Bretonnian cavalry are running through the centre. Here comes the Pilgrim Warriors. The smash into the right flank that's beginning to curl up the Bretonnian line. The numbers 140 versus 140. I'm going to lose my voice here, guys. The fight here, the main fight, seems to be just going forwards and backwards. There is a bit of a battle line. I'll go down it now, guys. I'll show you the battle line. So here it is. Bretonnia on the left, Coalition on the right as I move down the battle line. It's curling round to here. It's like an L shape. These Bretonnians are falling back. Where they're going, they've changed direction. They're pushing over to the right-hand side of the battlefield. It appears that the Coalition weren't pushing hard enough here, giving my unit time to fight back. But those Bretonnians, I should say, in the white have pushed to the right side and pushing the right now. And now Coalition is on the back foot as they move away from the A objective. The archers are still firing free fire, but there's not as many targets now. They're all on the same level, and they're not on the side as cavalry seems to be free riding around, slicing away. Let's see if we can get a nice kill on camera. Probably not. Nice, got one. Mallory of the Musselon. She's the leader of the yellow snake clan, the duchy. And here's my unit. Justinian holding the flag of honour. Very good fight. Very good fight. Put your GGs in. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it from a spectator's point of view, guys. I wish it wasn't the fog map, but it is. Look, guys, if you want to get involved, there's details in the description. If you want to get involved with the Bretonnian clan, the biggest, the best, the roleplay geeks, please do think about it, guys. We have so much fun, guys. We have a battle event on Friday and Sunday. We have a training / battle on Tuesdays, and then we do lots of casual things throughout the week, guys. And we're international. We do have a special French-speaking unit, but then the rest of it's English-speaking but international. And guys, honestly, if you want to just play, it's dead cash. You know, we have all skill levels, so come along. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you like it and you're listening all the way to this end bit, let me know. I really appreciate you. You top commenters, you top watchers. Thank you.